Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, it's Mega Crasher coming at you with a pro level of hype, baby. And I want to present you guys with a brand new video and a first of our kind here, known as Mega Crasher's Competitive Battling Guide. I cannot wait to get this series started, ladies and gentlemen, so let's waste no more time and let's get into this. You guys know the deal. We are going to be going all the way back to the first generation and doing a competitive guide, one Pokemon at a time. To start off with, we are going to be doing a competitive guide on Venusaur and Mega Venusaur, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, be sure to drop a like and let's get started. Alrighty, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So to start off with Venusaur in its base form here, it is going to be possessing that of a grass poison typing, a very, very good typing right off the bat. As for the abilities, we got Overgrow, which is a pretty standard ability amongst grass-type starters. What this does is when your health reaches below a third, it will boost the power of grass-type moves by 50%, which can in fact turn the tide in battle, but we get to the hidden ability known as Chlorophyll, and when you are under the effects of sunlight, your speed gets doubled. That is awesome. And speaking of awesome, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the stats. So to start things off, ladies and gentlemen, we got 80 on the HP, 82 on the attack, 83 on the defense, 100 in both the special attack and the special defense, and 80 on the speed. So we got some pretty good balance all around. There's no stat that's really too powerful, and at the same time, there's no stat that's really too bad either. It's kind of, you got ourselves a really nice balance right here, but a slight edge on the special side, where its special attack is 100, as well as the special defense is base 100. But with that being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, we're only just getting started. It gets better. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We get to Mega Venusaur, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-wee! And let me tell you, this Pokemon is hard to kill in battle. So, to start things off, it also possesses the coveted grass poison typing, and its Mega Evolution ability is known as Thick Fat, and basically what this does is it reduces the damage of Ice and Fire type moves by 50%. And why this ability is so good on this Pokemon, actually, I'll get into that in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. But we then get to the new and improved stats. Its HP is going to stay the same at base 80, but the attack is going to get boosted up to base 100. The defense is going to get a boost to base 123. We got special attack being boosted up to base 122, and the special defense to base 120. The speed is also going to stay the same at base 80. Now, ladies and gentlemen, get this, alright? Get this with the type, strengths, and weaknesses. So, it's going to have weaknesses to the likes of Fire, Ice, Flying, and Psychic in its base form. And you're probably thinking, well, wait a second there, Mega Crasher, what about in its Mega form? Ha! See, this is where Thick Fat comes into play, because Thick Fat eliminates 2 of 4 of its weaknesses, so it really only has to worry about Flying and Psychic, which is just absolutely amazing, if I might say so myself, man. And we get to the resistances. It has a resistance to the likes of Water, Electric, Fighting, Fairy, and a 4 times resistance to Grass. So, all in all, it has a really, really nice set of resistances right here, and especially in Mega form. This thing is just not going to go down without a fight, man. Let me tell you that much, alright? So with that being said, let's move on to some sets. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so to kick things off, we have ourselves what I like to call the #1 Sun Sweeping set. So, to start things off, we're going to be giving this Pokemon the Life Orb item, which at the cost of 10% of your health, gets a really solid power boost of all moves by 30%, which is absolutely amazing for a sweeper like this beast. Check this out. Its ability is Chlorophyll. Woo-wee! I think you guys know where we're going with this, baby. It's going to be a Sun Sweeper, as you can see plainly on the screen here and now that you're viewing. We then get to the nature. It's going to be that of a Modest nature. You want to run as much power as possible. Now, what Modest does is it drops the attack and ups the special attack by 10%. And as for the EVs, we're going to be maximizing its special attack with 252, as well as the speed with 252, and the special defense with 4 special defense. and we're going to be running 0 IVs on the attack because this is a glorified special sweeper, and it is going to be glorious in battle when you know how to use it right, baby. So then we get to its signature move known as Growth, and I say signature move because it is the signature move of this set. Now, normally what this move does is it boosts the attack and special attack by 1 stage, but, see, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you are under the effects of Sun, it gets boosted by 2, so, I mean, that's just, it doesn't get any better than that, let me tell you that. And then we get to its next move known as Hidden Power Fire. Now, Hidden Power Fire gets Pseudo Stab when it's under the effects of Sun, and plus when you pair it with the likes of Life Orb and the effects of Growth Boost and Special Attack, man, Hidden Power Fire is going to hurt. It's going to hurt real bad, man. And then we get to the next move known as Solar Beam. And as long as the sun is up, who needs to charge? It's like, you got Solar Beam hitting for base 120 power. It is Stab. It is going to be boosted by the effects of Growth and Life Orb. Oh man, it's just gonna be brutal. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we got the one and only Sludge Bomb to capitalize on the poison type Stab, so that way any grass and fairy type Pokemon that may want to try to switch in, it is just gonna absolutely punish you right in the face. And even if it wasn't super effective damage, it's still gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt real bad, so I recommend that if you are gonna be facing off against this thing, you might as well just forfeit. Like, just seriously, go ahead and just forfeit. Well, I mean, you can try to battle this thing if you want, but you gotta really have a good countermeasure to stop this beast. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the next set. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the next set is also going to be utilized as a Sun Sweeper. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a slightly different approach in this. So, Grassium Z is going to be the item of choice, which allows for you to take a Grass-type move, give it the Z power it needs, and wham, bam, you are just going to have that one-time Grass-type nuke that is just, oh, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt bad. So with that being said, we got Chlorophyll, unsurprisingly enough, being the ability of choice because, again, it's a Sun Sweeper. You need that Chlorophyll, baby. Now, with that being said, we get to the nature. We're going to be utilizing the Adamant nature now in this situation. We're just going to drop the special attack and increase the attack by 10%. And the EV spread is very similar as you would see in the special attacking set. But rather than focusing on special attack, we're going to be focusing on the attack. So 2v2 EVs goes into the attack, and nothing changes about the speed. It is remaining the same at base 2v2, and same with the special defense being at 4 special defense. I'm getting tongue-tied already because I'm so hyped. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the first move that we're going to be utilizing is Swords Dance. Now, Swords Dance is a pretty interesting move for Venusaur to be learning here. I mean, what is a overgrown amphibian with plants on its back doing dancing with knives? Well, see, here's the thing, man, is that Swords Dance boosts the attack setup by 2 stages. Oh, man, I think you guys know where I'm going with this, okay? So coming up next, we got Power Whip, and this is a base 120 grass-type move, baby. You pair that with Grassium Z. Oh my god, it's gonna hurt. It is gonna hurt. It's gonna be one hell of a boosted Bloom Doom with Swords Dance. Oh man. And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we got that Earthquake, man. So if you want to switch in your Heatran to take a Bloom Doom, hey, that's all cool with me, man. I can just Earthquake you into oblivion, man. And no, you ain't gonna have the protection of that balloon because Power Whip Z is going to break it. And Earthquake is just an awesome move all around because it hits Steel types, it hits Rock types, hits Electric types, and it's just, like I said, an overall great move to have. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we got the one and only Knockoff! Woo! And Knockoff is a wonderful move to use. Not only is this such an annoying move against the opponents to use because it gets rid of the items, and the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, is that Pokemon can be very reliant on items, you know, and if it has that Knockoff, man, you better hold on to your items tight, otherwise, wham, it's gonna knock it off, man. And when you're left there crippled without your item, man, well, it's gonna feast on your dinner, man, because that's the way it is. And not to mention, it's also got the surprise factor as well, which just makes this Pokemon just even all the more dangerous to face in battle. Oh, yeah. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let us now move on to the next set. Okay, I calmed down a little bit, okay? We're gonna take things easy here, not do an offensive approach here this time. It's going to be strictly defensive. It's gonna be stall. Yes, I get it. I gotta slow my roll a little bit because, you know, I can't be too intense, okay? Now, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, what we got going on here for the item of choice is going to be Black Sludge on the special defensive tank, and Black Sludge is a poison-type variation of Leftovers, but I would recommend you not give Black Sludge to a non-poison type Pokemon because it's going to hurt them instead of heal them. But, you know, Venusaur seems to have absolutely no issues eating up that Black Sludge for dinner. So, its ability is going to be Overgrow because, honestly, you really don't even need to utilize Chlorophyll. You can if you want, but Overgrow is going to be where it's at in this situation right here, and you'll see why in just a moment. So, coming up next, we get the EVs. Now, the EVs goes like this. We are going to be running a Calm Nature, and it's going to be taking away attack and increasing the special defense by 10%, which is just awesome. Really, really awesome. Let me tell you something. This Pokemon in its special defensive variant can take hits for days. So, with that being said, we get to the EV spread. 2v2 EVs are going on to the HP, 2v2 into the special defense, and 4 into special attack with 0 attack in IVs, because we really don't even need to use that attack there, do we? So, with that being said, the first move that we got going on is going to be Synthesis, and Synthesis is going to be a really solid move to aid in this stalling set right here, because depending on the weather, it heals health according to what the weather is. If there's no weather on the field, heals it by 50%. If there is sun on the field, well, it's going to heal more than 50%. If it's any other weather such as hail, sandstorm, or rain, it's going to heal less than 50%. So be very wary when you use this move under weather conditions, okay? So coming up next, we got ourselves Sludge Bomb, baby, and Sludge Bomb is just such a wonderful move to have because not only does this cause chip damage, but, ladies and gentlemen, it has a very, very nice 30% chance to inflict poison on your opponents, which just honestly, it's just so awesome, okay? It is so awesome, especially when you pair it with the likes of Giga Drain, and Giga Drain is the reason why we're using Overgrow, ladies and gentlemen, is because, like I said with Overgrow early on, when you are down below a third of your health, it boosts the power of Grass-type moves by 50%, and by default, it is going to boost the power of Giga Drain. And Giga Drain is a base 75 Grass-type move that half the damage you inflict gets converted into health restoration, so that is just absolutely amazing right there. And last but not least, we got the one and only Sleep Powder. Sleep Powder, yeah, buddy. Sleep Powder is just such an annoying move to use against your opponents. Your Pokemon's opponents are going to be raging at the opponent, be like, yo, man, why am I being put to sleep by this amphibian-looking plant thing? Well, here's the thing, man, is that it is what it is. Sleep Powder is going to put you to sleep. Now, of course, it does have 75% accuracy, so it can miss. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to point something out here in this set right here. You don't have to go for Sleep Powder if you don't want, and the reason I say that is because you could say in kind of a weird way, it does kind of provide a little bit of counterproductivity with Sludge Bomb, because if you're aiming to poison the opponent, well, you can't exactly poison them when they're asleep, and vice versa. If your opponent is poisoned, rather than you wanting to put them to sleep, well, see, here's the thing, is that you can't exactly do that. Which is why I suggest you use Leech Seed if you want to replace either Sleep Powder or Sludge Bomb, but that is just my opinion. But with that being said, all of these sets that I'm going to be utilizing right here, that I'm going to be presenting with you guys, they can be adjusted, they can be tinkered with. None of these sets are set in stone, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the eyes of the holder. So with that being said, let's move on now to the next set, baby. Woo! Wait a second. No, you can't Mega Evolve right now. No, my God. Woo! Here we go. We got Mega Venusaur in the house, and I think you know what that means, man. Mega Venusaur needs that love, and love it's gonna get. We got Mega Thick Tank number 1, and believe me when I tell you, man, with the thick fat, it is thick, it is booty, it is one of those Pokemon that will never, ever go down, man. It is just, oh man, it's absolutely awesome. So with that being said, we are going to be utilizing the Megastone Venusaur in order for it to achieve its Mega Evolution. Because come on, man, this isn't balanced Hackmons. You can't just send out Mega Venusaur just like that. See, the thing is that, you know, there's a tier for that. That's balanced Hackmons, right? But see, here's the thing, is that we ain't talking about balanced Hackmons. We're talking about practical competitive battling. So, Venusaurite is going to be the item of choice, unless, of course, you don't want to Mega Evolve. Well, then that's up to you. But now we get to the abilities. We're going to go from Chlorophyll to Thick Fat, and the reason being, ladies and gentlemen, is because Chlorophyll, say if you were against an opponent that had Sun Up, and you want to get that jump in speed, well, see, that's why Chlorophyll is there. And once you get that sexy Mega Evolution, in comes the Thick Fat, man. In comes that Thick Fat. It's going to be good. Oh, yeah. So, with that being said, we're going to be going with a Calm nature, which is going to increase special defense and lower the attack. And as for the EV spread, we've got a little bit of a unique and interesting EV spread right here. The 16 speed is so that you will have a base 200 speed, or I shouldn't say base 200 speed because you'd be fast as hell. 200 speed points, and the reason being is because you will always have that base 1 speed point higher than max speed Azumarill. Now, as for the rest, we got 248 EVs into the HP, 88 into the defense, and 156 into the special defense with a 0 attack and IV, baby! So now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to the first move. Oh, man. Oh, man. No! It's got Leech Seed! Oh, snap! That's not good. Now, what Leech Seed does is it traps your opponents in a set of seeds that ends up sapping 1/8 of its health away at the end of every turn, and depending on what the base HP stat is of your opponent, man, you could be getting back a ton of health. Yes, here's looking at you, Chansey. Here's looking at you, Blissey. Oh, buddy, Leech Seed. Leech Seed is a very, very amazing move to use on this thing right off the bat. You would be crazy if you forgot about Leech Seed or you decided not to use it for whatever crazy reason. So coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we got the one and only Sludge Bomb to take care of fairies and opposing grass-type Pokemon, baby, because Sludge Bomb is just where it's at. Not to mention also, ladies and gentlemen, even without any investment, with the special attack that Mega Venusaur has, it's still going to hurt a lot. It's going to hurt a lot. So that chip damage is going to be pretty major, if I do say so myself. So coming up next, we got the one and only Synthesis to pair with Leech Seed very, very nicely. Oh, man! That is just so amazing right there. Synthesis, like I said in the last set right here, it's all dependent on the weather, but it will heal your HP. And combine that with Leech Seed, this thing just absolutely refuses to die, man. Oh my god! And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we got Hidden Power Fire because, you know what, we don't exactly like to face Ferrothorn, you know? Ferrothorns are a bit of a thorn in our side. Ah! It's kind of annoying, but, ladies and gentlemen, there is actually more to this set than meets the eye, because, see, here's the thing, is that you don't have to utilize Synthesis if you don't want to, because, see, here's the thing, is that you could go for something like Giga Drain, which will damage your opponents, cause chip damage, and also will restore your health depending on how much damage you cause the opponents. But, like I said, none of these sets are finalized. It's all about the eyes of the holder, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, this set is annoying as hell to deal with. But guys, we are not done yet, because check this out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Mega Thick Tank number 2 set. Oh, snap. And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going for its Megastone, the Venusaurite. And once again, we're going to be utilizing Chlorophyll, transitioning into Thick Fat, because if you want to get the speed jump in Sun, well, then Chlorophyll is the one for you. And Thick Fat, man, well, you just can't go wrong with Thick Fat, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, we then do a Sassy Nature, which is going to lower the speed and increase the special defense. Now, with a move, I should say with a nature like this, you will be allowed to use physical moves, whereas Calm would take away the attack stat and it would kind of hamper your ability to use attacking moves effectively. But with Sassy Nature, you don't have to worry about your attack stat being lowered, and you can use physical attacks to your heart's content if you so wish. Now, as for the EV spread, it's got a little less specific. We got 248 EVs into the HP, 104 into defense, and 156 into special defense. Now, the first move that we got is obviously going to be a Leech Seed, because you want to be able to be a total annoyance to your opponents and also steal back some free health at the same time, because they're obviously going to try and wear you down, punch you in the face, and the thing is, man, Venusaur ain't going to be feeling a thing, man, because it's going to be high off that victory. And then, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we got Sludge Bomb, because, you know, fairies, opposing grass types, all that fun stuff to deal with. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have Synthesis. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I said in the last set, you can obviously switch out Synthesis for a move of your choice, whether it's Earthquake, whether it's Knockoff, whether it's Hidden Power Fire. It's really up to you. It all depends on what your team needs the most. And last but not least, well, speak of the devil, we got Earthquake. Yeah, reason for Earthquake? Heatran, and any other bulky Steel-type Pokemon that want to try and switch in on Mega Venusaur's thick candy, you know what I'm saying? But see, Earthquake is going to be a very, very nice deterrent, and not to mention Earthquake is just a really fun move to use. But yeah, with that being said, that's a slightly different set from Mega Thick Tank number 1. Very, very, very similar functionality, but just kind of tweaked the EVs, tweaked the nature, and tweaked the moveset ever so slightly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope you had a good time. Hope you guys learned a thing or two about how to use Venusaur and Mega Venusaur. And don't worry, I wasn't going to include Cursed Fury Cutter, okay? Because let's be real with that, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, we ain't gonna touch that with the 50-foot rod. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys did, be sure to smash the like button and comment down below what Pokemon you would love to see reviewed next. Now, I am going to be doing these in chronological order, but if you guys have any special requests, then I will do everything in my power to make sure that those requests are granted with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So, have yourself a good night, and I'll see you next upload.